What's up, everybody? It's the Flash S here, and today we are going to be reacting to the top 7 worst signings after the 2019-20 NBA season. What it technically is, it's just like the NBA signings from free agency in like 2018 through 19 season. So yeah, sorry I haven't been posting for a while. YouTube has been like acting stupid, just taking random videos down. And yeah, so let's get into the video.
After the 2019-2020 season got abruptly cancelled, I think it's already safe to determine what decisions made over the summer are the ones that screwed their teams over, or at least got the fan base riled up. Now, I'm not discrediting the body of work that some of these players did in the past years, but sometimes we just need to admit that the contracts they got last summer is not well deserved. May it be they're not playing to their usual standards or destroying the team chemistry. We're going to talk about that in this video.
Which contract should not be deserved? Well, obviously there's gonna be... I mean, does Chris Middleton really deserve that contract? Same with Klay Thompson.
Anything else? What's up, guys? Welcome to
Chris Middleton is a good player, but his contract's a little bit rowdy.
Hoops. My name is Nico, and today I'll be sharing with you guys the 7 worst off-season additions after the 2019-2020 NBA season.
Yeah, we better see Chandler Parsons. Oh, no, I think Chandler Parsons traded or something?
I'm sure I'll be missing out on some guys on this list, so feel free to comment them down below and tell me why.
As many as are needed!
The one with the best comment gets a mention in the beginning of my next video. Consider subscribing as well, since I love making anything NBA related, and it's the best I can do for you guys while we're all stuck at home. Anyway, let's kick off this ranking. Number 7 is Al-Farouq Aminu. The Chief, as some people call him, didn't exactly have a great season. He only played in 18 games and immediately went down with a meniscus injury that required surgery that essentially kept him out for the rest of the season. Now, what makes this signing so bad is because the Orlando Magic are already loaded with frontcourt guys. Aside from Aminu, they already have Nikola Vucevic, Aaron Gordon, Jonathan Isaac, James Ennis, Khem Birch, and Wes Iwundu.
Fucking ridiculous.
How is he gonna play his usual minutes and be able to make an impact on the court? That is just too much. I don't know what Aminu was thinking when he signed with Orlando. I mean, the 3-year $29 million contract he signed with the Magic is not that much money for NBA standards. Instead,
so like, what's 29 divided by 3? I can't remember.
He could have re-signed with the Portland Trailblazers.
No, I think that's like 9 mil. That's like 9 mil in one season.
Number 1, he's loved by the fans there. Number 2, he'll have a defined role as their main. And number 3, consistent playing time. It just sucks that he had to go down so early in the season, but with 2 years left on his contract, it's safe to say he might get traded by next year's deadline. Number 6 is Harrison the Black Falcon Barnes. Let's piss off the Kings fans now. Harrison Barnes got offered a 4-year, $85 million deal by Sacramento.
That is a crazy contract. That is a very crazy contract, though, I'm not gonna lie. Woo! So that's like 24 point something million dollars.
This past summer.
In 1 year. He's getting paid like more than like Donovan Mitchell. He's getting paid more than like... not Kristaps. What's his name? Zion. Even though Zion's on his rookie contract.
What is happening?
He's getting paid more than Brandon Ingram.
In what world did he deserve that kind of money? Can anyone explain to me in the comment section below on why he deserves it? I don't want to sound ignorant or anything, but please enlighten me on why it was right for the Kings to give him that contract.
The Kings need to trade
Now,
him.
I like Harrison Barnes. I liked him when he was with the Warriors.
Oh yeah, I feel like he was kind of more likely underrated there. The Mavericks, he was good there, but to be honest, when he went to the Kings, I feel like it was like I mean, he's not averaging that. I mean, he's not putting up bad numbers, but definitely not like. But like, if he's gonna put up only like not bad numbers of like what type of contract he has, then you gotta go. I would have like a trade package. Harrison Barnes, who would love to have big contracts? The Miami Heat, I know. I would say Harrison Barnes for, I don't know, Myers Leonard. I'm joking. I have no idea.
But this is not a 20 million a year kind of player. Let's now look into his stats, shall we? Okay, so he now only averages 14.7 points on 46% shooting.
Yeah, those are not bad
2.4
numbers.
assists and
but,
4.8
I've always thought, though, he's always been overrated.
rebounds per night. He is third on his team for scoring, 6th on his team for
Yeah,
assists,
because
and
there's
5th
also
on
one of
his
the Kings. Who's gonna do it besides De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield? No one.
team for rebounds. You're telling me you're spending that much for that kind of production. The worst part here is the Kings could have spent that money on Bogdan Bogdanovic, or more
Yeah,
importantly,
because he's an underrated small forward. He's a good small forward. He's a good scorer.
Richaun Holmes. If
Yeah,
only the Kings
Rashawn Holmes has been balling too this season. So, why are you complaining that, oh, we should have never did this, we should have never did that? Rashawn Holmes and Bogdan Bogdanovic have been balling this season.
didn't jump the gun and signing him immediately, then they wouldn't have much problems
Same
with
with
their
Bielitsa.
core moving forward. That money could have gone somewhere else, somewhere better. Looking at the Kings' contracts, Harrison Barnes is the most expensive contract that Sacramento have on their books right now. This is a guy they immediately
I like
need to
Chris
trade
Middleton,
for
but
whatever
I
they
feel
can
like Chris Middleton, should be on
get
this list.
because he does nothing special to contribute this promising Kings team. At number 5 is Thaddeus Young.
Thaddeus, really? Thaddeus Young? No, I think that's a good deal.
Thaddeus Young, I think of a veteran who wanted more playing time in place of Lauri Markkanen. All I have seen on the news is that Young is usually upset about his playing time. I mean, dude, you're definitely not starting over Otto Porter and Markkanen. In what world is that going to happen? I mean, yeah, sure, Thad Young is still your old school power forward who can hit the occasional mid-range shot and pound it inside the paint, but clearly the Bulls aren't the right team for him. World is that going to happen? I mean, yeah, sure.
Oh, I thought
Thad Young is still your old school power forward who can hit the occasional mid-range shot and pound it inside the paint, but clearly the Bulls aren't the right team for him. Jim Boylen is their coach, and you know things are going to get ugly when you're managed by that man.
Boo this man!
All of the blame is entirely not on his shoulders though, as the Bulls coaching staff is just really horrible.
Well, also,
The
he's coming off the bench, too. And I think he's playing less minutes. So... Or isn't he getting paid? I don't know.
With 8 forwards' primary job was to help make Zach LaVine and Markkanen all-star players. Maybe the front office at the time gave him the idea that he's going to play with them instead
What's
of
his
watching them from the bench.
contract?
Looking deeper into his stats, he's playing the fewest minutes since his rookie season. This year, he's only
What's his
averaging 21.7
contract?
minutes compared with averaging more than 30 a game since the 2012-2013 season. Young is also posting the second lowest points of his career at just 10.3 per game. That's the second lowest
That
after his
jump
rookie
shot,
season.
though, oh my
Anyway, I hope
God.
the Bulls trade him if ever Jim Boylen is still the coach, since he still could definitely help other contenders. At number 4, I got Mike Conley.
Wait, he was signed? He wasn't a free agent. He wasn't a free. He got
When
traded.
we think of the worst offseason additions, I can't leave out Mike Conley on this list.
How can you say that? Look me in the eye and tell me who was the. Look me in the eye and tell me who was the Jazz's point guard last season. No one. I mean, I guess it was Ricky Rubio, but he's decent. He's not good. Everybody expected Mike Conley to literally ball out this season, but he's been trash.
Initially, this was one of the few moves made in the offseason that made sense. Donovan Mitchell was finally getting that much needed help in that point guard spot that has the shot creation, playmaking, and of course, veteran leadership that would put the Jazz to at least top 3 in the Western Conference. But for some reason,
What if
everything
Mike Conley wasn't there? What if Ricky Rubio stayed in there? They probably would have been below the standings. I'm just saying.
just backfired. It just wasn't meant to be. For this season at least, he was supposed to be the final piece that will complete this Utah squad. Instead, what we got was a Mike Conley that barely 40% from the field and struggled to define his place in an environment that was different from what he experienced in Memphis. Marc Gasol and Rudy Gobert are very different big men. Conley never found the right rhythm with Gobert that he naturally had with Gasol, which is a bit understandable considering he was with Mark the whole time he was with the Grizzlies. Going deeper into the numbers, Conley is averaging a pedestrian 13.8 points, 4.3 assists, and 3.2 rebounds per game on a dismal 40.5% from the field, 37.6% from 3, and 79.5% from the line. The Utah Jazz are 21-8 when Conley isn't playing. That record is supposed to get worse when a star player like him isn't playing or in the bench. Much like last year when the Jazz seemed to thrive with Donovan Mitchell taking over lead guard duties for an injured Ricky Rubio, this team found its stride the minute Conley got banged up. Not surprising that ever since he returned in mid-January, the Jazz have been all over the map. Hopefully by next season, Conley will be able to have a bounce-back season for Utah. At number 3 is Julius Randle.
No, come on, man. No, man. That was not a bad, no. I feel like that was actually good of them. Like, seriously, who was their power forward? No one. They had to give up Porzingis. And I know it was stupid to give up Porzingis because they wanted KD. But, like, there's, like, a 50% chance to get KD. They thought they were going to get KD and Kyrie and whatever. But they went to Brooklyn, so who else would they have to get? They're gonna have to get someone. So get Julius Randle. He was good with the Pelicans. He's averaging good numbers this year.
Okay, here we go. Let me get this off my chest. So Julius Randle has this habit of handling the ball for too long. The reason he's the most
because his teammates suck. Who do you think's on the Knicks? RJ Barrett? Bobby Portis is not doing bad. This is doing like trash this year. Taj Gibson is butt juice. He needs to retire. And your point guard's Elfrid Payton. Which God knows how many times he gets injured.
Rising player amongst Knicks fans and even his own teammates is because he feels like in order for the Knicks to win, the ball must always be in his hands. RJ Barrett is losing significant touches and open looks whenever he shares the floor with Randle. Just take a look at these clips. This is what I call the Julius Randle experience.
Everybody's gonna make mistakes here and there. They're not gonna be perfect.
What the fuck am I looking at?
When you give Randle the green light as your number 1 option, things are naturally not going to go so well. This is a number 3 option at best for a contending team, and clearly he still has a lot of things to work out on his game. He is just too ball dominant, I don't trust his decisions when it comes to making plays for his teammates, and I feel he's best suited for a team that has a lot of veterans or alpha dogs. Or maybe a 6-man. I just want the Knicks to trade him, guys. He's not a positive influence to Barrett and Mitchell Robinson, and those guys are the real future of the team, not Julius Randle. At number 2, I got Al Horford. The Philadelphia 76ers signed Al Horford to a controversial 4-year, $119 million contract last summer. It was a necessary gamble on his size, experience, and basketball IQ, and
to be honest, after he got signed, I thought it was good. Because, like, you know, like, the whole, like, 76ers and, like, Celtic rivalry and whatever, and you know how, like, every time Joel Embiid's against, like, Al Horford, usually Al Horford would win, like, every time and whatever. Because Al Horford is a good defender and whatever. And, like, when he signed with the 76ers, I'm like, who's gonna now guard Joel Embiid? That's my point. But, like, the 2-center, like, thing... And I thought it would be good because Al Horford can, like, play power forward, but apparently the 2-center thing the 2-center lineup would not go good.
One of the few centers who can keep Joel Embiid in check. A gamble that so far has bit Philly in the ass. Looking into his stats, Horford is in the middle of his worst season since 2007-2008.
Yeah, because he has
his rookie
teammates.
campaign.
What he's supposed to do?
If you stretch a little
And,
further,
like,
his percentages
LeBron
have reached
James
an all-time low this year. This is the first time he shot below 45% from the field.
Hey, he's
There's a
averaging
really good
4.1
argument to categorize the
assists. That's not
2019-2020
bad for
year
a center.
as Horford's worst
How
season.
many centers do you really
Period.
see?
But who can blame him? At 34 years
average
old,
that much?
it's reasonable to put Horford's
Yeah,
struggles
maybe
up to
Nikola
age.
Jokic.
He's old, and the Sixers took a big risk in paying him such a large sum in over 4 years. Not to mention Brett Brown isn't exactly Greg Popovich, so how in the world are the Sixers going to make their supersized lineup work? Okay, I'm not going to wash my hands and say I saw this from the beginning. In fact, I was one of the guys that actually liked what Philly was building. A lineup unlike any other. Ben Simmons at the point, Josh Richardson at the 2, Tobias Harris at the 3, Embiid at the 4, and Horford at the 5. With the Celtics, Horford thrived as a secondary playmaker of the team,
They
and his
better not
versatility
put-
as a scorer
if he
was
puts
highlighted
Westbrook
there
at
as
one,
well.
that-
He was a threat in the pick and roll as well as a passer from the post. But with Philadelphia, Horford has seen his playmaking opportunities diminish in favor of floor spacing duties. The Sixers need to force the Embiid-Horford-Simmons mix, which meant asking Horford to camp out on the three-point line and spot up for jumpers. Horford is a fine shooter, but he's not an elite shooter, and is certainly not what makes him special. If the Sixers wanted to maximize what's left of Horford, it would involve giving him more freedom as a creator, both for himself and for his teammates. What's sad is the Sixers don't have the offensive capacity to maximize Horford without taking away from Embiid and Simmons. I love Al Horford's game, just not for the Sixers who are obviously lost with how they want to play and the lineups they want to run. And at number 1 is
Tobias Harris? Dang, no. Where's Chris Middleton at? Where's Chris Middleton? Where's Terry Rozier? Like, come on, man. Tobias Harris? Look me in the eye right now, and if they never resign Tobias Harris, who will be the small forward? That's my point. They probably would have kept Josh at the 2. What, freaking Korkmaz?
Tobias Harris, Mr. 5-year, $180 million man himself. Safe to say this is the
Okay, so like, that's like 60 million. Wait, am I tripping? So I think that's like 36 mil a year. I think, I'm not sure. I think it's 36 mil a year. But like, come on, who are they else gonna sign?
worst investment the Sixers have made in quite a while. Usually that kind of contract is
This
reserved
contract's a little bit rowdy, but like, yeah, who are they gonna sign? They like to buy, and Tobias Harris was great with the Sixers.
for the LeBrons, the Kawhis, and the Currys, not Tobias Harris. The Sixers spent that kind of money thinking that he would be their versatile offensive wing that can help Joel Embiid with the scoring load and be their do-it-all wing. Instead, they got a player that gets tunnel vision all too often when he has the ball, lacks the speed to blow by his man, and just seems not knowing what he's going to do next on the court. Choosing him over Jimmy Butler is one of the dumbest things I've seen in a while, and now
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if they resigned the contract with Jimmy, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't still resign with the Sixers.
the Sixers are paying for it. Then again, we wouldn't be able to see Jimmy reviving the Miami Heat back to its glory, so I guess it's good for him. Anyway, when you're paid to be the bona fide defensive player of your team, you better execute. Or else Philly fans are going to go for your head.
Is a nightmare!
Let me know in the comments below if you have any players
It's 50-50. Like, it's just like, I feel like there should have been maybe like a couple people that should have been here, like Terry Rozier and Chris Middleton. But like, beyond that, some of it was good. But that is going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys liked it. Comment and subscribe. Like the video. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you for watching.